Hello, I am your narrator, Jack Noel, and this is Argo Dam on the Huron River in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Argo Dam was built in 1972, and it has been well maintained. The dam itself is in good condition, but it may be removed at considerable cost, plus the loss of Argo Pond, and the pond has become an important recreational area. But according to the State Environmental Agency, this head race, which you see here, is in need of repair. It is 1,500 foot long, elevated above the river by an embankment. The embankment, which contains the water in the head race, needs to be repaired. The part of the embankment which needs repair are called toe drains, and these prevent the saturation of the soil in the embankment, and which in turn prevents collapse of the embankment, which would cause a catastrophic spill of the entire head race into the Huron, creating dangerous flash flood conditions. On the right here you can see the embankment that we're talking about. And you can also see, just barely, a jogger running down the pathway which parallels the head race all the way to Broadway. I'm going to take a little tour here of Argo Pond to show you some of the important recreational resources that we have here. As you can see, the pathway is wooded and secluded. On the right, there's an incline which rises about 40 feet, completely screening that area from the residential area above. Now on the left, you can see Argo Pond is just a little ways down further on the incline. And you can continue for a couple of hundred yards at least in this secluded pathway, which is used by joggers and photographers and walkers and so forth. Now here we have one of the scenic points where you can go down to the bank of the Argo Pond and have a nice scenic view. This is looking northwest toward the north end of Argo Pond. And here you have a vista which shows the clear water of the pond and the sandy bottom. And if you're standing there, you can see the small fish and minnows swimming in the shallows. Here's another scene from the east side of Argo Pond, with kayakers in the background out on the water. And here we have a bass fisherman that has landed his bass boat. And we're having a little chat discussing this issue of whether the dam needs to be removed or should it be kept along with the pond and surrounding area. I learned from this fisherman that he's been fishing on Argo Pond for many, many years, and that he's quite concerned about the loss of his fishing. Here we have the end of the path up in Becky Park at the northeast end of Argo Pond. You ascend these stairs at the end of the path, and you're on a broad boardwalk, which has been constructed. It runs a couple of hundred feet. And again, we have an area there that the boardwalk provides some scenic pleasures. Across the pond, what you see in the area there, that clearing in the background, is Vandermeer Park, where the northmost dock is. And you'll discover Ann Arbor's only waterfall, as small as it is, here on the boardwalk at the north end of Argo Pond. Now we traversed back over to the west side of Argo Pond where Bandimere Park is, and we're walking out on that dock that we saw from the boardwalk. Here again, you can land a boat there, land a canoe. You saw the picnic table, and you have this vista. There's the boardwalk that we were on a moment ago. And here's more of the panorama of the pond itself, the lily pads and other aquatic plants. Here are one of the rowing crews that use Argo Pond from early spring to late autumn. There are about 600 members all told, and they have permanent boathouses on the west side of Argo Pond, and they would lose that area for practice, and of course the boathouses and everything would have to be moved to less suitable location. This is a fishing pier near Argo Canoe Livery, and of course that would be landlocked if the pond were drained, and you would just have a big mud flat. So that's the basic issue. Ann Arbor City Council is delayed for 8 years, and now they have a fairly short time to make a decision. And it boils down to whether they're willing to tear the dam down, a multi-million-dollar dam in good condition, and we would lose, of course, these scenic features, the recreational activities like canoeing and fishing and rowing and walking and photography, and we'd lose it forever.